Hello, Times Crossword, let's go. Old Spanish coins equal mark or noble? No. Life courses taken in college for speakers. Single girl torn apart by old tax, it's never ending. Cheat excessively when talking over date. Popular fellow succeeded, possessing new means. Sacred representation, your present compiler studies. Nope. Girl in US city understood to keep a domesticated animal. Nope. Hugely how one enjoys one's food. Not at first. I wonder if this ends ly, hugely ends ly, and how one suggests an adverb. That would place a y in last position. Member of educational order. Charity. Pecksniff, perhaps. That could end party. And Charity Pecksniff is 16 letters, and we're looking for 13. Okay, not an anagram. Let's have a look at... Well, let's continue with the downs. Like some rock, artist cavorting before class. Cavorting looks like an anagram indicator for artist. And if like some rock is the definition, that could begin striate, but then we're looking for a four-letter word meaning class. Celestial model, peer is reassembling across border. 9 letters, reassembling looks like an anagram indicator for peer is, which is 6. Border could be lip or rim. Greenery, a bind when invading shelter. Yes, I've got one. It's leafage. So leafage is greenery. A bind is a fag when invading shelter when inside lee. Fantastic. Off to the races. Virtuous, as the laic may become. This is ethical. So ethical means virtuous, and may become is an anagram indicator for the laic. Stoical heavyweight boxer, attracting a lot of flack. Nope. Rich confection set beside woman crossing river. No. Member of educational order. Not getting that. So let me come back to the downs. Sight, old boy setup, producing psychological medicine. This is placebo. So sight is place. Old boy is OB, the abbreviation. Setup is a reversal indicator, so that becomes BO. And then a placebo is a psychological medicine because it's a medicine which doesn't have any physical effect, but because you're thinking you're taking effective medicine, you get some of the benefits, and therefore it's psychological medicine. Okay. Ghost of dog enthralling most of southern county. Well, I saw ghost and I thought phantom. But yes, and it is phantom, of course, because the dog is Pom, short for Pomeranian dog, enthralling or surrounding most of Hants, and Hants is an abbreviation for Hampshire, which is a southern county in England. Fantastic. Getting a few in now. Stoical. I wonder if this is a reference to a particular Stoic philosopher. Heavyweight boxer, attracting a lot of flack. Okay, now 26 cross looks like it's got of, so something of party. But I'm not sure about that. Let me continue with the downs. German city. Judge. I think this is Trier. I think Trier is a city in Germany. It may also be a city in France. But a trier certainly is a judge. It's somebody who tries cases in court. Reportedly splashes out for extras. Yeah, this is buys. Reportedly as a homophone indicator. So splashes out is buys, B-U-Y-S, and that sounds like the answer, which are extras in the game of cricket. Let me have another look at 26 across. So, member of educational order. Charity, Pecksniff, perhaps. Gosh, just not getting that. Rich confection set beside woman crossing river. No, okay, let me have a look at the acrosses. Proposal held back by aristocratic medical specialist. Sword belonging to Ernest O'Casey. I think this is S-stock. So an S-stock is a sword, and belonging to is a hidden indicator, and beginning with the second E of Ernest, we can read S-stock. Extrovert. Swedes' capital expenditure. All-knowing, Sion met in travels. Well, travels looks like an anagram indicator for Sion met in, and I think that gives omniscient. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Only one I. Aha. Let me spell this correctly. Yes, two I's. That looks better. So, travels is an anagram indicator for Sion met in, and that gives omniscient, which means all-knowing. I'm going to continue with the acrosses because the downs were so tough. Stainer's daughter. The old composer's last. This is Dyer. So a dyer is a stainer, someone who dies. Daughter is D, the abbreviation. The old is ye, because ye is an old-fashioned word for the. And then composer's last is the last letter of composer, which is R. Young girl guide initially, welcomed by supporter on course. Well, supporter on course, I think, is a reference to T-E-E, which supports a golf ball on a golf course. But I'm not getting the rest. Record what a tennis player hopes not to be. This is set down. So to set down is to record, and a tennis player hopes not to be a set down. They'd much rather be a set up. Female, English graduate, embracing head of maths. Yeah, this is Emma. So female is just a reference to a girl's name, and Emma fits the bill. English is E, the abbreviation. Graduate is MA, Master of Arts. Embracing head of maths, embracing the initial letter of maths. Stoical. Nope, still not getting that. Rich confection. Nope. See about trainer regularly. Entering college. Now, regularly indicates every other letter. It appears to be applying to the word trainer, and there's an I in the answer. So every other letter of trainer, starting with the second letter, gives R-I-E. So C, about. About is a reversal indicator. And C is low, as in the interjection. Low. Have a look at that. See that? So reverse low, about every other letter of trainer gives Oriel, which is a college. Not going to revisit 26 down. Done that too many times. Old Spanish coins equal. Mark or noble. Gosh, the middle bit looks like on the or of the. But what is it? Aha. Well, what fits the letter pattern is peer of the realm. So let's see if we can make the wordplay work. So Old Spanish coin is a real, replaced by the euro. Old Spanish coins equal is peer of the real. Then mark is M, the abbreviation, and a peer of the realm could be a noble. Fantastic. Always good to get the long ones in. Like courses taken in college for speakers, this is eaten. Courses is referring to food. So like courses taken in is eaten. And then for speakers is a homophone indicator. And Eton College, spelt E-T-O-N, sounds the same as the answer. Single girls torn apart by old tacks. It's never ending. Gosh. Well, I feel this is something like incessant, because cess is an old tax, but that's not enough letters, and there's a C here. Single girl. Aha, incessancy works. So single is I, or one rather, which is I. Girl is Nancy, just a girl's name. Torn apart by old tacks, containing cess, and then incessancy means never ending. Proposal, held back by aristocratic medical specialist. No, still not getting that. Cheat excessively when taking over date. Nope. Popular fellow succeeded possessing new means. Well, new looks like an anagram indicator for means. Succeeded is S, the abbreviation. So if the definition is popular, then fellow can only be F as a single letter. So FS around an anagram of means, giving a word meaning popular. I'm not seeing it. Girl in US city, understood. Yeah, this is Nanny Goat. There's an awful lot of girls in this puzzle, referring to just a girl's name. So girl in this clue is Ann, A-N-N, in US city in NY, New York. Understood is got. I get that, I understand that. To keep A, to contain A, and then a nanny goat is a domesticated animal. Hugely. How one enjoys one's food. Yeah, this is a nice clue. It's astronomically. So astronomically means hugely. How one enjoys one's food is gastronomically. Not at first, without the initial letter. Great. Progress is being made. Like some rock. Artist cavorting. So we are looking for an anagram of artist. Surely that is Stratty something. Before class. 4-letter word meaning class. Form. Yeah, and then stratiform must refer to some rock. Now, no more help for 21 across. Stoical. Heavyweight boxer attracting a lot of flack. Wow. What is this? Well, let me put stick at the end, because I think flack is criticism and stick is criticism, and a lot of means all but the last letter. The boxer or the heavyweight boxer is surely Ali for Muhammad Ali. The definition is surely stoical. Yes, fatalistic. Not the first thing one thinks about when you think about stoical. Heavyweight is fat, boxer is Ali, and a lot of flack is a lot of stick. So, onwards, rich confection. I wonder if this is lardy cake. It fits the letter pattern and is a genuine phrase, a type of cake. So I think a lardy cake could be a rich confection. Set beside woman. Yeah, set is cake, as in to become hard. Beside woman, beside lady, crossing river, about R. Now, it doesn't end party. Member of educational order. This looks like Sister of Mercy, which I recognise as a phrase and don't really know what it means. Member of educational order. Charity Pecksniff, perhaps. I don't know much about Charity Pecksniff. She's going to be a character in a Dickens novel, I think. I'm just going to have to leave this clue, but because I don't understand the wordplay or the definition, but I'm massively confident that the clue is correct. Celestial. Model peer is reassembling across border. So, border is surely hem, and we're looking for an anagram of peer is, which gives ephemeris. And so anagram of peer is about hem gives ephemeris, which must be a celestial model. Let me just check. Yeah, that is peeris. Again, this is a word I am not familiar with. The closest I get to this word is the word ephemeral, but that's a long way away from being a celestial model. However, I am confident this is correct. Young girl. I wonder if this is teenage. That could be young. Well, supporter on course is T. So that just leaves nage to explain. Guide initially must be the initial letter of G. I'm not going to abandon this clue. I must be able to explain it. So, the definition is at the beginning of the clue. And let's suppose the definition is young girl. Is a teenage a young girl as opposed to a teenager? Not sure. Guide initially must be the initial letter of guide. Welcomed by supporter of course. The supporter of course is T, but it's not TE at the beginning. It's TE and the final E at the end. So, we have another girl's name. So the definition is young, and that's teenage, but girl is Ina, a girl's name. Guide initially is the initial letter of guide. Welcomed by T, and that gives teenage, which means young. Great. So closing in on the top. Let me just do my very quick typo squiz. Everything looking good so far. Yeah, okay, so 4 down. Cheat excessively when talking over date. No. Proposal held back by aristocratic medical specialist. So, medical specialist looks like the definition. Probably ends IAN. Sacred representation. Your present compiler studies. This is icon. So an icon is a second representation, and your present compiler studies is another word or another way of saying icon if you are the compiler. This is a clue device which occurs quite often. Your compiler or your setter invites you to use the word I in the answer, and that's perfectly legitimate. Okay, so just a few clues left. Extrovert. Swedes capital. Expenditure. Yeah, this is outgoings. So outgoing is extrovert. Swede's capital is the capital letter of Swede, which is just S. And then outgoings are expenditure. Popular. Fellow succeeded possessing new means. So it's not an anagram of means in the middle of anything. Popular. Popular is usually IN. Yeah, and I think it is. So popular is IN. Fellow is not tent. Succeeded could be S. Possessing new. This is a D. So popular is in. Fellow is Ted, a boy's name, as opposed to all the girls' names we've been having. Succeeded is S. Possessing new, possessing N. And then means is intends. Fantastic. So, O in last place of the first part of this word may be helpful. Cheat. Excessively when talking. Yeah, this is two-time. So to two-time is to cheat. Excessively is to, T-double-O. When talking is a homophone indicator, and T-double-O sounds like T-W-O. Over date, over time. One clue to go. Proposal. Well, we're looking for a medical specialist. Surely it ends Ian. Could this be... Well, let me put this in, paediatrician, and see if this works. So, a paediatrician is a medical specialist, a specialist in children's diseases and disorders. What about the wordplay? Well, aristocratic is patrician. We've got the P at the beginning and then attrition at the end. And what's left is A-E-D-I, and proposal is idea. So idea reversed, which is indicated by held back. Yeah, held back means reversed and included in. Patrician, aristocratic gives paediatrician, which is a medical specialist. So there we go. Every clue solved, every clue explained. No empty squares. Submit. Submit. Hope and pray. No errors. Wow, it came up 0 and I was seeing 1, but I think that was just the terror of the moment. So no errors, and what a puzzle. Absolutely beautiful stuff. 24 minutes in the end, which is a fairly regular time, but pretty slow getting off the blocks. But that's often the case with the Times, and certainly with the harder ones. It can be that you look at all the downs and don't get any of them, or you only get one of them. So sometimes puzzles certainly can take a lot longer to get going, and it's really an aspect of crossword solving that once you've got one letter in, or having some of the letters in a word, makes it much easier to solve a clue. And this has a multiplying effect, so that the better you are at solving clues, the much better you are at solving crosswords, because the crossing letters help you enormously. Now, I did have a text from a friend this morning saying that he thought there was a trap in today's puzzle. I don't know what that trap is, and I was hoping it might come to light. I don't know whether intents as opposed to intends could be regarded as a trap, but certainly only intends fits the wordplay. And two other things I wanted to mention is I solved an absolutely beautiful Mephisto puzzle this weekend. It'll be going out on Patreon at the beginning of June, and it was just so nice. It was just exquisitely beautiful. So if you're interested in crosswords, which are a lot harder than the Times, then do consider becoming a Patreon, or at least consider having a go at the Mephisto yourself. And the other crosswording point I was going to make was that I've just solved an absolute brute of a listener, probably the hardest listener I've solved in the last 5 years. Just phenomenally hard. It came out last Friday. I spent 2 days filling the grid, and then another day doing the final step. And the final step was just monstrous. And I really was on the brink of giving up, but it was almost making me ill, because I can't give up on the listener. I have to solve it. And fortunately this morning at about 11 a.m. the penny dropped and I was able to solve it. Please don't mention anything about that puzzle in the comments below until it's the 13th of May today. That puzzle is live until, well, let's say the 20th. But do have a go if you want to see what a brutish listener crossword is like. So I hope, well, how about the snitch for this puzzle? It didn't take too long, but it did take a long time to start. So I would say the snitch probably in the 70s or 80s. I hope you enjoyed watching that solve. Like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time.